94.5 PST. Did you miss anything with Chris, Joe, and Gianna on Chris and the Crew? Catch up now. This is Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com.
All right, so what do you think? Snow days? No more. Done. It's Chris and the Crew, 705, 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. Chris and Gianna this morning. Joe's having a snow day.
Of course.
No, I don't know where he is.
I don't know.
He'll come in soon. So here's the deal. Well, you know what? If you're a parent or if you're a teacher, you work for a school or whatever, I need you to call us, 609-243-9778. Or you can always answer us in the 94.5 PST app chat. What do you think about no more snow days, meaning days off to go sledding, have snowball fights, sit around in your pajamas, drink hot chocolate? Because one local district, the Pennsbury School District in PST Nation, just announced, the superintendent just announced that there will be no more traditional snow days. So the kids are going to stay home if there's bad weather, but they're going to be remote learning. Now, you remember remote learning from the pandemic.
Which didn't go over too well.
Well, in some places it did.
In some places
it was a disaster.
But think about it. I feel, okay, high schoolers, you can probably get them to pay attention and do remote learning. When you're in elementary school, are you really going to get a kindergartner to focus? Like, it's just not a traditional school setting. It's hard for them.
Absolutely.
It's hard for me to focus on work and when you have to do it on your own at home sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my sister's an elementary school teacher, and she said it was incredibly difficult. The kids would be like, hey, here's my cat. Right. You know, the cat that's walking by. No, it was very difficult.
Right.
Now, here's the deal. In Pennsylvania is different from New Jersey in this case. Pennsylvania, remote learning days actually count towards the 180 days that you have to be in school per year. In New Jersey, you have to be in school in order for it to count. So this wouldn't happen in New Jersey as of right now.
Right. Okay.
So they're saying the reason why they're saying this is because they can get out of school earlier in June.
Okay. And I hear that.
A lot of these schools are not air conditioned. It's brutal.
It is. It really can be.
I mean, my sister's classroom would get up to like 95 degrees. How do you even concentrate in that? You don't.
No, you can't.
You don't.
So I do get that.
The reasoning behind it is, let's get these days done. The remote learning days count as actual days in school. We're out of here earlier in the summer. You can have a longer summer.
I think there should be maybe a certain amount of snow days with no remote or learning. And then if you go over that, you should go to remote learning. Like if there's one, you need one good old fashioned snow day. It's just part of being a kid. And it's some of the things that people, like I remember all of the snow days that I got to hang out with my friends and go sledding. And it was always so much fun. It's just part of being a kid. And then you become an adult and you don't get to do that anymore.
Well, you could do that in the afternoon after the remote learning is done.
I know, but it's just part of the experience, I think.
To get some extra sleep.
Then just to hang, I don't know. It sounds dumb, but it's a nostalgic thing.
So the final decision, so they'd make the decision pretty early, because here's the thing. As a parent, I feel you parents.
Yeah.
Plans have to be made, especially if you're a working parent. You got to make sure the Chromebooks are charged up, and, you know, it's not just a switch that you can flip and everything's perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if there's snow in the forecast, a remote learning advisory would be issued like ahead of time to staff and to families so they could prepare, make sure they're, school issued. They all have school issued Chromebooks, just like my kids did too.
So it does make it easier,
it's easier that they're all charged up and ready to go. Then the final decision to go remote with classes would be made between 5:30 and 6 in the morning. As a parent, I wanted that decision earlier, as early
maybe
as possible.
5:30 and 6 at night, the night before.
I always thought the night before would be good. But anyway, so what do you think? If you're a teacher, if you're a parent, I want you to call me right now. What do you think? No more traditional snow days. Are you for it or are you not for it? It's Chris and the Crew. Good morning in 7:15 on 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. Hot topic this morning. The phones blew up. No more snow days, traditional snow days in the Pennsbury School District in PST Nation. Now, the Pennsbury District is made up of about 10,000 students from Falls Township, Lower Makefield Township, Yardley Borough, Tullytown Borough. That's all the district, which is right here, Gianna, in PST Nation.
Right.
So dying to hear what you think. I mean, you would go remote learning instead of going out and having a snowball fight, basically. And it would count towards the 180 days. So the district is saying, hey, we would get out earlier in June when it's 95 degrees and the classrooms are like on fire.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the phones. We've got Kate and Philly on the line. Now, you're a fourth grade teacher, right, Kate?
I am.
And what do you think about this?
I would be against remote learning just because I feel like it doesn't engage our students in the same way, and they're really not absorbing the content in the same way that they get in the classroom. So I'm for snow day packets. So what we do is we make a like an enrichment packet up ahead of time, send that home, and we just say, in the case of a snow day, you complete this, it's due on the first day back, and it counts as a day in school.
That's what I was going to ask you. So if you just send a packet home and you have a day off, that still counts on the calendar towards the 180?
Correct?
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
That's great, actually.
Huh. So as long as they get a little work, I don't think that happens in New Jersey. But wow, that's pretty.
I kind of
pretty
love
flexible. Yeah. All right, let's go to Diane in Bristol. Now I hear you're for remote learning.
I am for it, but pretty much for the same reason the previous caller. They don't do like a Zoom meeting. They have an assignment, and they can get their assignment off Google Classroom, and then they can just submit it to their teacher, and I feel like that way they can just enjoy their day. Otherwise, I mean, they're going to be off and doing their work anyway. So I like it, and that way they still get out their normal time in June. And because I felt like when we didn't use snow days and they were already added in the year, they just had to, like, use them. So they were given other days off. So it wasn't like they could get out earlier in June.
Right. I hear you.
It does make sense.
Those last couple of days of June are so brutal. And then when you realize you're going to basically the end of June, you're like, oh, I wish we were out earlier.
I do get that.
You know. All right, let's go to Robbie. Robbie is from Yardley, but teaches in Lawrence. Hey, Robbie, good morning. What do you think?
Hi, when you guys first said this, my jaw absolutely dropped open. I could not be more against this. I absolutely hate remote learning. I was a tutor during the pandemic, and students don't benefit from it, but there's also no time for kids to be kids anymore. We're in school so much, and even when we're not in school, we're assigning so much homework. We're not giving them the chance to experience those childhood memories and things like that. And nothing's better than waking up and finding out you have a snow day. So I'm totally against it.
Best feeling ever.
It is the best feeling ever.
I remember listening to, the radio to hear your district. That's when we used to say them over the radio. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you would wait and you were like, yes.
I remember I literally used to go to sleep the night before a potential snow day, and I would have on my iPod or whatever, I would have the school district website, and I would refresh it as soon as I woke up to see if it was closed.
Well, isn't there a tradition where you wear your pajamas inside out and backwards to get your snow day and everything?
I did that too.
Right, let's go to Kate in Bucks County, because she thinks there needs to be kind of a combination of both, right, Kate?
Yeah, so I'm also a teacher and have little kids, and I think like the first snow day, great, have a snow day, have off, let the kids be kids, but then after, when we're having 2, 4, maybe even 5 snow days, having that remote learning, but not where they have to sign in on a specific time, just having an assignment to complete is the best.
That does sound decent. I mean, you're not glued to the computer all day. You get your assignment. Okay, you do a little work, right? And then you can still have a snow day.
That makes more sense than when, I guess,
as long
obviously,
as it's considered that instead of being glued to the computer until 2:30 in the afternoon.
Exactly, like sitting on Zoom, having your cameras on, you have to sit and watch.
Yeah.
It's not doable. I feel like there's too many distractions at home, and it's not fair.
All right, we can keep going in the 94.5 PST app chat. Do you want a hack that it'll keep you from embarrassing yourself at all your parties, your holiday parties this season? This is kind of perfect. I feel like I've done this in the past. I just didn't know it had a name. It's called zebra striping. It's Chris and Gianna, by the way. Joe will be along soon. We're Chris and the crew on 94.5 PST. So, yeah, zebra striping is a new term for, I think it's an old idea. that could keep you a little more sober so you can stop being the party gossip.
Right.
You know what I mean? So basically you stripe your drinks. You do one alcoholic, one non-alcoholic. One alcoholic, one non-alcoholic. You get the idea throughout the whole night. So you're still drinking. Your mind still thinks you're guzzling something.
You're right, though. This isn't like a new.
No.
Everybody always says mix water in when you go out. You know what I mean?
Old idea. It's just called zebra striping, which totally makes sense.
It just, when you put a fun, fancy name on things like this, it just makes you want to be a part of it more.
When you put the word hack by it, you're like, I want that hack.
Yeah.
So next time you go to a party, I mean, you're probably going this weekend, right? Try a little zebra striping.
It's Can't Beat Chris. Can't Beat Chris on 94.5 PST.
All right, Chris Rollins, 4 days of winning, maybe one of losing today. We will see. Carly's on the line. Hey, Carly, where are you from?
I'm from Marlton.
What are you doing today?
On my way to work.
Where do you work? You want to give them a shout out?
I work over at the Eagles.
No way.
Wow.
The football team?
Yeah, I'm an intern.
That's
Nice.
so awesome. Well, hopefully we'll make you a winner today, and then you can go to your really cool job. Dang.
Wait.
All right, we're going to kick Chris out of here. Chris, say goodbye to Carly.
All right, I'm out. Good luck.
All right, Chris is making her way out, Carly. We're going to give you 3 questions. You answer them the best you can, and then Chris will come back and answer the same 3. We'll see who gets more right, okay?
All right.
All right, here we go. First question. Kylie Kelsey. Well, this is a no-brainer for you, hopefully. Kylie Kelsey officially launched her solo podcast. Which Kelsey brother is Kylie married to?
Jason.
Do you want to lock it in?
Yes.
All right, I'm not going to say if that was right or wrong, but a little bit of a freebie for you. Question 2. Paris Hilton and her old The Simple Life co-star are reuniting for another reality series. Which celebrity starred on The Simple Life with Paris Hilton?
All the commercials for it.
You got to take your time. You got some time. Talk it out. Have you seen
Nicole Richie?
You want to lock in Nicole Richie?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Final question. 17 years ago today, the movie Juno was released. Fast forward to this year, which pop star released a song titled Juno on her album Short and Sweet?
Sabrina Carpenter.
You want to lock it in?
Yes.
All right, all your answers are locked in. We're going to call Chris back into the room. Can't Beat Chris, powered by Legoland Discovery Center, Philadelphia. Jump into a world of creativity, color, and playful learning. Info and tickets at philadelphia.legolanddiscoverycenter.com. Hey, Chris.
Hey.
All right, Carly's answers all locked in.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Your quiz starts now. First question for Chris. Kylie Kelsey officially launched her solo podcast. Which Kelsey brother is Kylie married to?
Oh, sure. Give her an Eagles question because she works for the Eagles. Did you change that for her?
Why? No, I did not change it. I didn't manifest Carly play with us today.
All right, it's Jason.
You both said Jason, thankfully.
I was
You're
going
both
to say,
correct.
you knew that, right, Carly? Obviously.
I was
Yes, I did.
I was going to say good, because Carly, if you didn't. Question 2 for Chris.
You would have been fired if you didn't know that.
For real. Question 2 for Chris. Paris Hilton and her old The Simple Life co-star are reuniting for another reality series. Which celebrity starred on The Simple Life with Paris Hilton?
I loved watching this show. Nicole Richie.
You both said Nicole, and you guys are both correct.
Good job.
Final question for Chris, coming down to this one. 17 years ago today, the movie Juno was released. Fast forward to this year, which pop star released a song titled Juno on her album Short and Sweet?
Sabrina Carpenter.
You both said Sabrina Carpenter, and you're both correct, which means you guys
tie
have
game.
officially tied today.
Nice. Good job, Carly.
Thank you.
Carly, no phrase of shame for you. We got you a $50 gift card to Al's Airport Inn Bar and Grill in Ewing.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Al's Airport Inn. It's where the locals go. Join Joe from Chris and the Crew tonight for another Chris and the Crew trivia night starting at 8 with Thirsty Thursday specials and more. Hang on the line, Carly.
Listen tomorrow morning at 7:40 for another chance to beat Chris on 94.5 PST. It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Remember yesterday I told you about Sabrina Carpenter being on a break with her boyfriend Barry, which we all know what that means, right? Most of the time it means they're done.
Well, apparently,
What?
Apparently he cheated on her, but I don't know if that's not confirmed yet. So it's really messy.
Well, now I'm hearing that Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake are on a break.
I think the DUI really sent her over the edge.
Well, and also remember he was getting a little cozy with one of his co-stars.
That's right.
Remember
Forgot
when he
about
was
that.
filming that movie? So I don't know. It's not confirmed, but those are the buzz rumors out there right now. So you want some free Frosties at Wendy's? Remember there are $3 keychains that got you like unlimited free Frosties for a year? They're back. Oh, they're coming back for 2025. They're going to be available starting on Monday. And you can get those free Frosties through December of next year, 2025. Yeah, they give you a free Frosty at every visit when you buy something. If you love Frosties.
I do.
That's a pretty good deal. $3 for a keychain.
Yeah, it's actually kind of insane that I don't even know how they make money off of it.
Seriously. Well, by the purchase, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
you
I
have
guess.
to buy something.
And what
first.
are Frosties, like $1
Yeah,
anyway?
they're not that much.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. It's so funny how we are as Americans. We think we're getting a deal. We're like, yes,
Yeah,
I'll do
it's
it.
true.
I'll do anything you want me to do.
You could be paying double and I wouldn't even notice.
So, Gian, I can see you doing this. 42% of Americans plan to buy themselves at least one gift this holiday season.
My mom and I were just talking about this yesterday, and she was like, every time I buy someone something, I buy something for myself.
See,
Like,
I don't do that. I mean, if I buy something for myself, like it's for like, I'll say to John, here, give this to me. Wrap it up and give this to me. So maybe I get away with it like
what
that.
is the point of that?
I don't know. So after 20 years, Chi-Chi's, the restaurant chain, is making a comeback. It's like a Mexican place. It's almost like an On the Border.
Oh.
They used to have one. Somebody tell me in the PST app if I'm right. The app chat. I believe there used to be one in Mercer Mall.
I remember
where
there was
Bonefish was.
There was a Chevy's there.
No, even before that.
Yeah, I don't know. I only
before
remember
that.
Chevy's or whatever it was.
I'm pretty sure there was a Chi-Chi's or somewhere in this area.
Maybe
Somebody,
it
you got to
shouldn't.
tell me though.
Maybe it'll come back to Mercer Mall.
So they are starting out in like the Midwest, Minnesota. They're going to start, the first locations will be there. But yeah, I mean, the son of the original owner got permission to open restaurants under the name. So it's making a comeback.
That's always fun when
is
nostalgic things come back like
I
that.
love that stuff. All right, there's the scoop.
94.5 PST.
I not want you to judge me for this.
Now it's time for the Cruise Court.
Hi, yeah. So Riley has been hiding some money from her husband and he's not happy. Jason, why don't you start off and tell us what happened? Good morning.
Hey, yeah, well, I found out that Riley has an emergency bank account just for herself and has been hiding it from me for years.
Oh my God, wait, how long have you guys been married?
6 years.
Ooh.
Like, I feel so betrayed.
You're literally so dramatic. It's just an emergency fund for myself. Like, you always have to be prepared for whatever life throws at you.
So you're stashing money away so you can leave me one day?
I never said that. You're putting words in my mouth.
Riley, why didn't you ever mention this to Jason?
Well, I honestly just never really thought it was his business. It's my money, and it's not like I don't contribute any money to our shared account.
We're husband and wife. Like, we should have shared finances. This is money that could have gone to our mortgage and, all the other bills we have.
I don't understand. This is like extra money this is extra money that I keep for myself for emergencies.
Emergencies like what? Leaving me and starting a new life?
Ew, you're so dramatic. This is such an ick.
You're totally downplaying this. You have got to get rid of that account. And we need to be transparent with each other. Like, this is too big of a secret.
It's my money. It's my money, and I'll do whatever I want with it.
All right, we're going to stop right there. All right, you guys do me a favor. You're going to hang on. We're going to open the phones. We're going to get votes on either side. And then we'll come back and we'll hand down the final decision, which you guys have agreed is going to be your final decision, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Riley, you good?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, we're going to put them on hold.
I didn't even want to comment too much because this is intense.
She said this was an ick, but I'm feeling like she's the ick. Is that wrong of me to do that? Because I get it. You probably should prepare for your future, but I don't know. It seems like secrets to me, and I don't like secrets.
I just don't understand why she didn't. There's one thing to have another account, but not being honest about the account is the problem.
Did she hide her salary? Because if I were him, I'd be like, well, where's all your money?
I guess maybe he just wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
Some people do separate accounts.
Right.
We don't. We have joint money.
I think a lot of people
house.
join, but have joint money.
I don't know. Maybe they don't.
Is this the norm? What's going on?
To have like your own stuff and then put money towards the common good, basically, for lack of better terms. I don't know. It just seems.
Is it a red flag though that she has? I don't know.
Is she not? Does she think her marriage is going to fail?
Or is she smart to have things for emergency? I don't know.
All right. So let's open the phones. Who's starting on?
Who's right? Who's wrong?
Call now.
Call the crew now. 609-243-9778. Hello. Or chat with us on the 94.5 PST app.
Little Cruise Court here on 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. Chris, Joe, Gianna, we're Chris and the crew trying to figure things out for Jason and Riley. So Jason's all fired up. He just found out. I don't know how he found out. He didn't really say that his wife, Riley, has a secret emergency fund bank account. She's like, look, I don't know what's going to happen here. He's like, what, are you planning on leaving me? Like, what's the deal? She's like, it's for emergencies. She really wouldn't say what
emergency,
for. But he didn't know about it. That's the thing here. All right, let's go to the phones. We got a lot of people wanting to vote. We've got Lo in Princeton on the line. Lo, I hear you're on her side.
I am on her side. I think it's within her right to have some money set aside. You really never know. And people get spiteful when things go bad, so might as well just have a plan. That doesn't mean she wants to leave him, and she probably should have told him, but she can have her account.
I think that's my thing. I don't mind if she has an account, but the secret seemed shady to me.
I do hear you on that.
All right, let's go to Lacey in Berlin. I hear you're on his side.
Yes. I just feel like it was a little shady to keep it a secret, and that if they're married, why not save up for emergencies together?
That's a great point.
It is a good point. All right, let's go to Kim in Lakehurst. You on her side?
I definitely am. I'm on her side because this is the way I see it. I've left a marriage with absolutely nothing, and I'll never do that again. Definitely protect yourself and your assets. And if nothing ever goes wrong, that's great. She's got a little nest egg. She can spend it on whatever she wants. What if he loses his job and then, they need some extra help? She's got that money that he doesn't need to know about. Not everyone has the same financial literacy.
There you go. I hear that. The secret keeping is, you're supposed to be so transparent in a marriage. How's it going to work if you don't have trust, if you're keeping secrets?
And if she's hiding something this big, what little things is she hiding? Maybe a lot.
I hear you. All right, let's go to Amy in Philly. Amy, whose side are you on?
I'm on her side, only because from the conversation, it sounds like they agreed to his, mine, and ours, and now that he knows how much hers is, he's upset about it.
I hear you.
I hear you. Oh my God, the app chats are blowing up now. Jamie in Fairless Hills says that her husband has an account, she has an account, and then they have a joint one to pay bills. I think that's common. I really do. But look, there's no secrets though. They each know that each other has an account. I think that's what's bothering Jason so much, and I kind of don't blame him.
I can't lie. There are a lot of people on her side. Becca in New Egypt is on her side. Let's see.
Sarah in Edgewater Park outright says she is smart to keep that account and to keep it a secret.
Okay, so people are agreeing with the secret part of it. Bonnie in Yardville said her side. I've had a fund since before I got married 28 years ago and still have it.
Terry in Levittown says she may be smart, but I am 100% on his side. There should never be any secrets in a marriage.
I do hear that.
This is close. All right, let's get him back. Hey, Jason, Riley. God, we are getting a ton of votes here today. You guys have agreed that whatever our final decision is going to be your final decision, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Although it may seem like she was going to run away with this. We're at 54%. I mean, like super close on his side, only because of the secret.
I mean,
people are saying you've got a right to your fund. Just you shouldn't have kept it a secret. I guess that's what pushed him over here.
That's all all I really wish is that she hadn't kept it from me.
All right, you guys need to have a conversation. Thanks for calling. It's 8:30, 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. I think you need to practice a little zebra striping this holiday season. It's Chris and Gianna, by the way.
I'm nervous to know what this is.
No, it's actually something that I've been doing for years. It just has a new name. They call it a hack.
The internet loves to do that.
So this hack will keep you from being the butt of the jokes and being talked about for years after you make a fool of yourself at any holiday party this season. So zebra striping is basically you alternate drinking one alcoholic drink and then you drink a non-alcoholic drink. Alcoholic, non-alcoholic. Alcoholic, non-alcoholic. Like stripes. You alternate each one.
Makes sense.
Because then you stay a little more sober and you can control yourself.
It's so funny when the internet does this because it's kind of a tale as old as time. Like they always say, mix in waters. Everybody's parents tell them that when it's like, oh, you're going out tonight, make sure you have a water.
Yeah. It's a good reminder, though, that, you really should probably do this.
True.
Although, you get to a holiday party and it's so festive and it's so fun. And a lot of times you haven't seen those people in a while, so you're just like kicking back. But you don't want to.
You can't too much.
Yeah. So there you go. Little zebra striping hack for you.
It's Chris and the Crew's Daily Scoop.
Yes, I'm hearing Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake may be on a break. That'll kind of be a shame. Oh, well, I always feel bad when there's kids involved and there's young kids involved. But he didn't always do the right thing.
Right.
When it came to her. Remember, he sort of stepped out, was seen getting cozy with another actress when he was filming a movie a couple of years ago.
I forgot about that.
And then I heard she was totally frustrated by the DUI thing recently. So
might have been the last straw.
Who knows? I mean, it's not confirmed, but that's what we're hearing. So Taylor Swift is Spotify's most streamed artist of 2024. She also had the most streamed album with the Tortured Poets Department, the anthology. Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso, though, top song of the year.
I love that for her.
Everybody's doing their year-end.
The Wrapped
thing.
Everything.
Yeah. Who was on yours, Gianna?
Mine was Blink-182, Sabrina Carpenter, Halsey, One Direction, and All Time Low.
Sounds good. All right. Well, Miller High Life is selling a new cologne, and they're calling it Barfume.
Okay.
Instead of perfume, get it?
Ugh.
Supposed to make you smell like a dive bar. I don't know why you'd want to smell like a dive bar. I mean, I like dive bars, but I come home and shower so quickly after it.
No, yeah, like you go to a dive bar and you just hope and pray that somebody magically put a Bath and Body Works plug-in into the wall or something. You don't want to smell like that.
Totally agree. And Rover.com released its annual list of the most popular pet names. Taylor Swift, most popular for cats.
What?
I don't know.
People are naming their cats Taylor Swift?
Apparently. And Kelsey for dogs is trending.
Oh, that's actually kind of cute. I like that.
I'm over everything being about Taylor and Travis. Everything. I'm a fan.
Hear you.
I'm a fan.
I know.
But everything is about them.
I hear you.
Let's settle down. All right, there's the scoop.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST.
It's 94.5 PST, your number one hit music station. Chris, Joe, and Gianna, we're Chris and the Crew. Oscar Mayer super fans.
Oscar Mayer
making this cash, right?
Everybody needs to listen up. So they partnered with Instacart, and apparently if you can sing the Oscar Mayer Bologna jingle by heart, you could get free groceries. And free groceries. Can anybody actually do this though? Like I
could probably do this.
You can do this.
I probably can. The
Oscar Mayer Bologna jingle.
Yes. Wait, give me a second here.
I couldn't do this.
My bologna has a first name.
Okay.
It's Oscar.
Yo.
My bologna has a second name. It's Mayer.
Okay.
This is where I might get dicey. I love to eat it every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say, because Oscar Mayer has a way with Bologna.
Hey.
Are you shocked I could just do that?
That was actually very surprising.
Oh my God.
Chriselle.
I haven't even thought about that in years and years and years.
That was very impressive.
I can't remember seriously what I ate yesterday.
No,
or I can't remember my password to all my things.
That is very much you.
All my apps. But I can remember that.
That's random. So apparently, if you can do this, you have to take a video of it and you can kind of submit your video to Instacart and Oscar Mayer, and you get free bologna and free groceries up to $50, but they're picking like 1,000 winners.
No way. I can totally do this.
You kind of have a shot. And even if you submit a video, you get a coupon for $5 off an eligible Oscar Mayer product while supplies last.
Do you remember the kid in that commercial that sang that song? He was adorable.
I can see the kid's face.
Right? He had dark curly hair.
Yes.
He was a little kid. He had a slice of bologna in his hand, I think.
Chris, you really should submit a video. What do you have to lose?
Have you ever had fried bologna?
No.
This is where you just stick bologna like in the broiler. Oh my God, it is so good. That's really honestly the only way I like to eat bologna.
I haven't had bologna in a really long time. I think I was a kid the last time I had bologna.
You got to fry it. That's the only way to eat it, in my opinion.
What a hack. I'm going to try that.
Chris and the Crew, 94.5 PST.
New holiday deals just dropped at Lowe's. Get up to 30% off select major appliances, plus an additional $75 off for every $1,000 you spend on select kitchen major appliances from brands like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, Amana, and Maytag. And don't miss big savings on DeWalt. Save $80 on a DeWalt 20-volt max 2-tool combo kit. Was $229, now just $149. Lowe's knows deals. Offers valid 12/5 through 12/11. Cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
This was Chris and the Crew on Demand, sponsored by Trinity Rehab. Schedule an appointment now at trinity-rehab.com. Wake up with Chris and the Crew, weekdays 6 until 10 on your #1 hit music station, 94.5 PST.